Hello guys, welcome to this second tutorials about Kivy with Python. So today I will demonstrate you how to build your personalized interface with Kivy following these 3 steps. It is quite useful and intuitive. If you follow these steps, you can build any complex structure of your own. So first of all, of course, you need to draw out your design. And here I have already drawn out my design for today, and it is very simple. It's just a very big screen with 2 buttons on the center. Okay, after we draw out it, we should analyze it. What kind of widget do we need, and what kind of layout do we need to organize this widget? And obviously here I use 2 button, so what we need is button widget. And how to organize it, if you don't know how to organize, how could you achieve this effect using a specific layout? You can use the Kivy catalog and see which one can meet your requirement best. And here I choose float layout. Well, actually float layout can achieve any kind of effect for your interface, which is the most powerful one. But actually you can try stack layout, and I believe we can achieve the same effect with stack layout, and you can try that at home. But for today I will just use float layout. So a quick analyze will help you understand what you need, what class do you need. Only 2 classes required for today's tutorial, so open the PyCharm and let us begin our coding. All Kivy application should have some Python file and some Kivy file to specify the interface, and you define your logic in the Python file. So for the Python file, let me do some basic stuff. We need to import some class that we need. Here in this example, of course, we need float layout. We also need Kivy.us button. So here should be float layout. Okay. And then we should define our application class. Maybe simple interface. Follow the tradition. Inherit app, and then as the requirement you need to define the build function here, which will go on to return a widget. And here we are going to return a flow layout because, as you can see, the whole screen is actually a float layout. And then we can run our simple interface if the name equals to mem. Then simple interface dot run. Okay, we have already defined our structure here, but what can we optimize? Look, you return a float layout. That is not something you can personalize. If you want to define some function so that your screen can interact with your user, you may want to define some function of your own. But if you just use the other people's code, you will not be able to achieve the effect interaction. So what I suggest you to do here, instead of return a float layout, you return your own class, my float layout, maybe my float. Okay, my float is okay, which inherit float layout. Here actually you can define your own method, like okay, for anything pass, and then just return my float. This will make your code more flexible. I have to say that, more flexible. And then we finish the Python parts. Let's focus on the Kivy part. Remember, Kivy is actually quite stupid. You need to pay a lot of attention on the syntax. Simple interface .py. And the second line is to define Kivy version like this. Pay attention, don't make any mistake about these two lines. Some people may write something like this, which is wrong. You need a space between them. And some people may prefer category K here, which is also wrong. Remember, don't make that kind of mistake. Maybe some people actually add a colon here. Again, not correct. And don't do something like this, although it actually makes sense, but it actually makes no sense for Kivy. Okay, pay attention to these simple problems here. The next step is to, okay, I want to use our float layout. So obviously I want to define my float. What should it look like? Now let's translate this design diagram into our coding. We have two buttons under this flow layout. So we need button, of course, and we need two buttons here. What is the attribute of your button? Text, which is btn1. Color, which is green, maybe. RGB and opacity channel. Remember that. And actually, the color is referring to the text color instead of the background color, but yeah, it doesn't make too much difference, I think. So then, since it is under a flow layout, so we need to specify its size hint. Instead of size, we need to specify the size hint, okay? And size hint is about 0.2, 0.1. Okay, maybe we need to specify our font size also. 30 is okay. And the position is also specified by pose hint, okay? X about 0.3 and the Y about 0.4. For the second bottom, quite similar. You can just copy and paste and change the thing you want to change. 0.7 maybe. Okay, actually we have already done. But again, let me ask you a question. What could be optimized here? You have seen that we create a lot of redundant code. Now these two buttons actually share the same attribute, like this. You have the same font size for all of your button, the same color, the same size hint. And so what we are going to do here is to tell the Kivy that all button we want to use Good.